Thanks for coming over.
Nice to meet you, Anthony.
I know for a fact that Inis is probably one of the most popular fragrances, certainly, I mean, for Ireland, but certainly over here that we do on QVC.
Yeah, it's great.
And this is a variant on the original Inis fragrance. Now, the original was actually, I guess it was like a unisex fragrance, very fresh, clean, being by the ocean.
Yeah.
So how did Inis Arose come about?
Well, this is, you're right, Inis, the energy of the sea, to give it its full name, is the original. And this was a little sister, if you like. We wanted to, because Inis, the original, is unisex and very fresh, very daytime, we wanted to do something that was a little bit more feminine, still kept the freshness. So what we did was we kept the sort of the same, if you like, the same sea breeze that we have in Inis, but we added in a lot of rose and geranium and floral notes, which make it still very fresh. It's very green. It's not too heavy.
Delightful, isn't it?
But there's an awful lot of really interesting flowers and roses there.
Such a wonderful, light, fresh, clean fragrance, but you do have those floral notes, which are not too heavy. It's not a very cloyy fragrance.
No, we're trying to keep our signature is fresh, like as you'd imagine in Ireland that we want. It's outdoorsy, but still.
I mean, it's just, it just lifts the spirits. It's one of those fragrances that just, I guess it puts a smile on your face as well. So what sort of notes and fragrances are we getting with this?
Well, as the name suggests, there's lots of rose.
Right.
There are about 4 or 5 different roses. There's white, pink, red, various others. There's still a bit of lemon and bergamot, lily of the valley, which are some of the signature notes from its older brother.
Okay.
And then there's a bit of geranium in there as well. But there are maybe literally 150, 200 different bits in the fragrance, so it's sort of a bit misleading. It's really how you capture it all like that.
Right.
And we have a little photo, if that helps. I don't know if you have it on the screen. Sometimes you have it. No, it's not that one. That's that one. Perfect.
Okay, let's have a look at this one. There you go.
This is you see the mountain in the background. My factory and offices were just the other side of that mountain. This is a famous house with a very famous rose garden, which is just there. And this summons up for us what we're trying to do, because there's these beautiful formal rose gardens, which in summer you walk through and you get these magnificent roses and all these different types. But you've got the greenness as well. And then you've got the fresh sea air coming over the top of the mountain. So it's that combination that we're trying to do. If that helps.
No, it does. So you're mixing in things like apple blossom and pink geranium, lily of the valley, those different varieties of roses that you were talking about before, patchouli. So it's so many different fragrances working together, but it really is. It's one of those fragrances that's very fresh. It's very light. It's not a heavy fragrance. So when you're wearing this, it is the sort of fragrance you'll get. People will come up to you and go, "What is that?"
Yes.
Because I mean, there are so many fragrances out there on the market. Sometimes it's difficult to know which one to go for. My advice would be, get this home, try it. If you don't love it, you can always return it. That's one of the great things about buying from QVC. You may say, well, buying fragrance from the TV when I can't smell it, that's a bit strange. But you actually get to try this out for 30 days, and if you don't love it, you can return it. But I mean, this consistently has been such a popular seller.
Yes. And championed by none other than
Jane
your
Tracy.
Colleague, Jane Tracy, who, and with her daughter, has single-handedly championed it. It's fantastic.
I can understand why it is so popular, because I'm all about the fresher fragrances. I know the original Inis is something that guys can wear as well, and it is that fresh, clean fragrance. This just adds in those light floral notes, but it's not too heavy. I don't think want you to think this is going to become overpowering. It's not.
No, it's light. You can wear it any time of the day, but I would see it very much as a daytime fragrance and not. Although you can wear it in the evening as well. It's got enough subtlety to be worn in the evening as well.
So it's a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, or 50 ml, as it says on the side. Obviously, over here in the US, we'll probably say 1.7 fluid ounces. It's also eau de parfum as well, which is just one step below
pure perfume. Yeah, generally, you without getting too boring about it, that's around about 15%. Pure perfume be 20 or so.
Okay.
Sort of eau de toilette is about 10. So this is good and strong. You're getting a lot of value. Last year.
Well, 45.75. This is something that I think you'll absolutely love. Once you go into it, maybe you've tried the original fragrance and you love that, but you just are looking for something with those little bit more of those floral notes, whether it's the geranium, the roses, things like that. This just adds it in, but it's a beautiful blend. It really is. Once again, it's just fresh. It's just, it's almost like a sweet fragrance as well.
Yes, there's quite a lot of sweetness coming from the roses and the other geranium, lily of the valley, which would be quite sweet. But then there's quite a lot of the lemons as well to freshen it up.
Right.
And then you mentioned the patchouli and stuff like that. They're the woody notes that you get underneath. Generally, when you're constructing a fragrance, again, stop me if I'm being boring. You talk about top, middle, and bottom notes. So the top ones are the initial ones, and that's the lemon, the bergamot, and those geranium-y, those very light scents which hit you. The middle is the core, and that's really rose in this case. But then you have to anchor it with these woody notes, and patchouli and others would be there just to hold it together and give it a bit of consistency.
Pretty much every time that we've had this on air, it's sold out or become close to selling out. We've just got a reorder of stock back in. So now is the time to take advantage, because we don't see this that often here on QVC. No. So if you need to stock up, now is the time to do it here on St. Patrick's Day. It's a day where we're bringing you 10 hours of Irish programming here on QVC Main. And then we've also got Irish programming on QVC 2 as well. Don't wait until later on. Now is the time to take advantage of this. Place your order, it's $45.75. However, take advantage of those easy payments. Get it for just $7.63 on each easy payment. If you love the original, maybe you have one of the original fragrances as well, that regular Inis, which is all about capturing the notes of the ocean, the salty sea air and just the freshness of that.
This is just moving a little bit inland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite so fresh and sea based.
Yeah.
But you've got green and plants, but it's still Ireland. It's very much Ireland, but it's a little bit more cultivated than the original. It's not quite as wild and romantic. It's inland a bit.
I would love you to try this out. If you've never come across this brand before as well, I mean, this really is taking Ireland and bottling it. That's what it's all about, and giving you this wonderful fresh fragrance with those floral notes, which I think you're going to love as well. So $45.75, 6 easy payments of $7.63 on this. A253564 is your item number for that. David, thank you so much for coming along and bringing us this.
Thanks.
An absolute treat to meet you. Thank you very much indeed.
See you later.
All right, so we've got a 3-hour show for you with a whole variety of